Hello, everyone. This is Micheverland Theodore, and tonight I'm gonna be doing my persuasive speech. And the topic that I chose today is uniform, more or less schools and uniform. The question is whether school kids should wear uniform or whether that should be the norm for all school kids in this country. And I believe the answer to that is emphatic yes. That should be the norm for this country. The reason why I say that because I believe school should be a place where it's a unity, and when kids wear uniform, it shows unity. You know, there are several reasons why I believe that uniform can definitely help schools in making progress as far as kids learning and in their behaviors. Okay, one reason why uniform can definitely put us in the right path is that uniforms, kids wearing uniform, it'll make it a safer environment for learning. When kids wear uniforms, it eliminates the gangs because gangs like to show they like to represent by showing their colors. You know, gangs, some of the colors is red, others blue or whatever colors that the gang represents. So if kids wear uniform in school, that will definitely make the school a safer for learning. You know, that will that would eliminate the gang activities that would go on in that school because everyone will be one. You know, everybody will be wearing the same thing. You know, I believe that schools should wear uniform. They should even wear the same shoes. You know, because a lot of kids like to because kids might have a certain brand of shoes that might cost some money. Others might be get jealous of it. You know, it's just not a place. It's just not a place for activities like that to go on. They might want to steal the kid's shoe. You know, it just brings a whole lot of elements that don't necessarily don't have to be in the school when when kids get to wear different things. Okay, I'll get back to that in a minute. The rest of that in a minute, I should say. Another reason why I believe uniform should be implemented in this country or for all school age kids is because you know as a parent, you know I find it very cost effective when kids wear uniform because it eliminates a lot of extra expenses that you may have when you have to buy your kids, you know, different outfits, you know, different shoes, you know, it just the cost could really get out of hands, you know, so to speak. By kids wearing uniform, you know, it will cut the cost of the kids going for the for their clothing. You know, the uniform is really cheaper. It's a cheaper way to go, and it's definitely wise because when parents don't have money for kids' clothing, they definitely won't have money for the kids' you know, for other things at the school they might need to for them to get their education. You know, as far as buying books, you know, buying pens and you know all kind anything that school that you may need for the kids to make progress in doing their classwork. You know, as far as book bags and stuff, you know, you're not gonna have any money for that because you have to worry about buying the kids clothes. You know, all kinds of things that's not necessary if uniforms were implemented in the country. So the country should definitely look towards getting a uniform as a form of unity for all the school kids to wear because you know when you wear uniform everyone is equal. You know, everyone is equal. It's no one is greater, no one is less than. everyone is one. It's one one unit for the whole country. You know, that will definitely be. I believe that will definitely be a better way to go. If the kids were to have uniform in the countrywide. You know, getting back with the with the colors. A lot of kids lose their lives because because they're wearing the wrong color in certain schools, in certain parts of this country. Because they don't necessarily have to be involved with any gang activity, but the fact that they're wearing the colors that represents a particular gang, they get caught up in things that they have. They're innocent. They ain't doing anything wrong, but just simply being at the wrong place and at the wrong time and wearing wearing the wrong colors. So that's definitely a smart thing to do. Make the kids wear the same thing. If you're wearing the same thing, no one is gonna judge anyone. Because we're all the same. We all are wearing the same, so there'll be no reason to judge anyone. The only difference is when you go into school. The only difference that should be is that whether you are female or whether you are male. Other than that, it shouldn't be anything else. And as far as the cost for the clothing, parents can really benefit from that. It will be like I said before. The uniforms are cheaper. They're easier to maintain. And it's not so. I myself, my kids have they wear uniform. Thank God they go to a school that wears uniform. That really saves me a lot. So I'm one to really I vouch for that. I really like the fact that these kids in that school that my daughter goes to wears uniform. So in closing. I believe a school should be a place of learning. It's not a place where, it's a runway for a fashion show. Going to school to me means that you going to school to learn, to obtain a skill, to better your future. School should not be a place where, it's a fashion show where this one wears something that's expensive and this one wears something that's cheap, or being judged. It's not a place to judge people. It's not a runway. It's not a fashion show. School should be a place of learning, and that's all it should be. Okay, so wearing school's uniform will definitely benefit everyone. It will eliminate all kinds of gang activity that might go on in the school. So schools and uniform are definitely the right way to go. That should be the way of the future. Schools and uniforms all the way. That's what I believe, and I hope that my little segment here will get you thinking along the same lines. Schools and uniforms should definitely be the way of the future. Okay, this is Micheverland Theodore, and this was my speech for tonight. So I speak to you guys later. Bye. Thank you.